Please subscribe and share this video with your friends.
Hello there, I am James Swanwick. This is Dating with Dignity, is that right?
It is.
The Dating Den. This is Marni Battista. It's actually her show, but I'm just taking over for the first 5 seconds.
I like it.
Do you want to take over from here?
I do.
We're talking about how to get over your ex.
And I'm really glad that you and I are talking about this conversation because, well, I know that you had an ex, and I've had an ex.
Plural. Exes.
Can I ask you a question totally on topic but off topic?
No.
Do you feel like when you get over your ex, the universe sends this thing where they always text you? They're like, so, how you doing? Does that happen to you?
Yeah, it happened to me recently, actually. An ex phoned me, or she texted me saying, can we have a talk? I said, sure. And then she told me about this billionaire that she's now dating and how her life is amazing and how she fell in love. And I'm like, that's great. That's awesome.
Were you over her? Like, had you finally gotten over her and then that's when she texted
I had.
you?
It was a process. I mean, it wasn't like I was totally over her, but I was over her enough to know that we were never getting back, and that was okay. But I just thought it was a little weird that she was telling me how in love she was with her new guy. I thought that was a little inappropriate, but that's all right. I'm happy for her, honestly.
Exes always come back. It's so weird. So we get a lot of women. In fact, we have our inner circle mastermind, and we have this retreat. You actually spoke at one of them. Mm-hmm. And, they're doing their stuff to date. And I got this sense that there were a lot of them that had these exes, this unrequited love, this unresolved stuff. Some of them were from 5 years ago. Some were, still inside. Why is it important that we really get over our ex? Not just in here, I'm so over it, but here in our heart.
Well, we have to, because otherwise we never move on. And we create a hole in our heart, and that's blocked off to letting someone new and better, potentially better, in. So you have to get over your ex, as painful as it is, and as much as you're pining for him or for her. You've got to get over it. And look, it's not easy. I mean, I had a woman break up with me a few years ago. It took me a year to get over. Now that I know the techniques on how to speed up that process.
Ooh, technique.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you right now.
I love it.
I know that if I had my heart broken again, it would still be painful, but the time for the pain to play out would be considerably less.
So before you give your tips, I have one foundation principle around this. And this was a bit in my journey to really finding love. I knew that I had changed when I wasn't afraid of a breakup. Do you know what I mean? I knew that if this ended, if it didn't work out, I was going to be okay because I had this great life and a life that I love. So I think one of the best things that can help you in your life, and then of course get over your exes, really look at the life that you have. And if you're feeling like it's hard to let him go, kind of take an evaluation and is your life feeling empty? Because if it is, it's time to beef it up.
Well, too many people think that their identity is threatened when they break up. It's it's me and this guy, or it's me and this woman. And then if that breaks up, it's who am I? I'm no one without that person because that was my identity. But that's completely wrong. You should not do that. You should do everything possible not to put your identity so intrinsically involved with that person and as that couple. You are your own beautiful, amazing person with or without your partner.
I love that. Okay, so what's one technique to help a woman just finally get over her ex?
I'm going to give you a few techniques, not just one. So some obvious, they're all obvious ones, but we need to actually go over them again, okay?
Okay.
You need to remove all evidence of the ex. Too many of us have got these files in our iPhones of the girl, the guy we went, and they're just there, and then we're trying to get over the ex. We go to bed at night and we can't sleep, so we get up and we look at the photos and we go,
oh my God, I had a drawer. I thought I'll just put the pictures in the frames in this drawer. You know what else? I've said this before, but this is sort of the former Marni. To help me get over my ex-ladies, I kept, this is so gross, I was like, I'm going to keep all the tissues that this freaking guy caused me to use, all the tears, right? I'm going to put it in a drawer, the pictures, I'm going to bury it in tissues, and if I ever feel I want to go back with this guy, I'm going to open the drawer and I'll see the tissues. Well, it didn't really work, right? I had to clear that crap out of my house.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean you have to delete all the photos. It means that you can just remove them from your phone and stick them into a library on your laptop computer. Because maybe in 5 years, 10 years time, you might like to look back and go, oh, I remember that guy, I remember that girl, that's fine. But you have to remove all evidence of the beloved or the formerly departed beloved from this device. Okay, you have to do it. Other things you should do is not eat Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Yes.
And lots of ice cream. Okay, it's full of sugar. It's a depressant. You should not go out with the girls and drink lots of wine and go, oh, I'm going to have so much fun now and drink. Alcohol is a depressant. You absolutely should get sunlight. Okay, vitamin D. It creates dopamine and serotonin levels to go up in your brain.
Love it.
Which will reduce the depression that you have. Exercise, I mean, this sounds obvious, right? But you need to know this. Physical exercise releases endorphins. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to give you a lot more clarity in your mind. And also just going out there and meeting new people. Not putting the pressure on yourself to meet a new guy. Oh my God, I've got to meet a new guy. I've got to hook up with a new guy. I've got to meet a new guy just so I can quickly get over this. No. Going out there and meeting new people, whether they're a guy, whether they're a woman, going to different restaurants or different coffee shops or doing different activities than what you did with your recently departed beloved. So everything needs to be new, fresh, changing old habits, creating new habits, meeting new people, getting rid of all evidence. This is the number one.
All evidence.
All evidence.
It's, you know, I had a client once, so she was dating this guy, and, you know, we did this process, and she was having a really hard time. She was meeting people, but none of them were, like, you know, happening for her.
Yeah.
And I just said, I had an intuition, and I said, Jennifer, have you gotten rid of all the pictures of Jeff on your phone? And she was like, why are you asking? And I'm like, I don't know. I just got a feeling. And she was like, well, I admit it. And she literally she'd been hiding them from me.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. The minute she deleted them, and then she copped to having a drawer at home.
Yeah.
She emptied it out. Literally within 30 days, she met her now boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, there is bad. And again, you don't need to go in and delete because
it's just getting it off.
Yeah, it's just get it away from you. It needs to be out of arm's reach, okay? Trust me, this thing works. If you do that, you're not tempted to go to sleep and go, oh, I love him so much.
And then text him.
Why can't we be together?
And text him. Don't text him.
You do. That's the other thing. Don't text as well.
Do not text him, especially if it's dark. That is like a bad time.
Delete the text thread, too.
Delete the text thread.
It is a slippery slope because as soon as you send one text and that man comes back with a text, you're re-engaging.
Totally. And
you're back in it. And it's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is. And you know what? It takes you right back.
Yeah.
All the like great work that you did, you just get right back into it. So do not text your ex in the dark, especially.
And do not keep your tears and tissues in a drawer like Marni does
here. Do not do that.
Because one day the cleaners are going to have to come and they're going to go, what is this?
What the hell is that? You want to hear really quick? I know you're doing this, but really funny story. So my oldest daughter is really into photography. And so when she was in 9th or 10th grade, I think maybe 8th or 9th, she decorated her bedroom and she made this. It's really cool, actually. It's all a wall of photos. And apparently one of the photos was a picture of me and my ex. And so... And very recently, because she went to college, so I was like looking at her wall, missing her. And in the top corner, over by the ceiling, is freaking a picture of me and Johnny Locke. I'm like, why is there a picture of me and Johnny Locke on your wall? So I got rid of it and put one of me and Jeremy.
Good.
Yeah, it was weird.
Good work, girl.
Get him out of my house. Out of my tissues, out of my drawer, out of my house.
Out with the old, in with the new. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I love a strong man. Okay, Twitter. Join the conversation. Tell us, are you willing to delete the pictures on your phone? Hashtag dating with dignity. Follow me on Twitter at Marni Battista. I want to hear from you. Instagram at dating with dignity. If you want to know the reasons why men disappear, go to datingwithdignity.com. We have a whole training on it. Where can they find you?
I know why they disappear. They're just not that into you.
Exactly.
Go to oneinaMillionMan.com, oneinaMillionMan.com, and I'm on Twitter at James Swanwick.
.com.
JamesSwanwick.com.
Is there JamesSwanwick.com?
There is.
Oh, okay, great. So go there too.
Okay.
He's amazing. Follow him. We love you. Mwah. Bye.